What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trevi Trev, and I'm back with another video, another in the dormitory style video. Because, bro, I got a little day off from work today because I'm getting kind of reassigned because my classes haven't started yet. So my schedule's changed up a little bit. So I decided instead of being in my room and just moping, I'm just gonna make more content. I'm just gonna make more content, spam y'all with the videos, and get some work done and be productive. But today, I want to talk about basically why I won't be covering political topics or anything like that. Because honestly, I don't really have much of a political opinion. I'm kind of neutral in most political aspects, even though sometimes I touch on it and give my opinion. But ultimately, I don't really care about stuff politically, and I'm not going to talk out of my ass and act like I know things that I don't know. And also, I'm a professional, so I do work for the Air Force, I do work for the government, so 9 times out of 10, I don't really feel the need to give my opinion on things. And I don't want to give my opinion really because it is kind of pessimistic because I do work here and I see a lot of things y'all don't see. And basically, I just don't think the same way as you guys do. And quite frankly, I don't really support one side or the other. So I just do my job and go home, as messed up as that sounds. And that's not to say if something's unethical, I won't do it. Like I won't be unethical. I'll never do the wrong thing. So honestly, I just want to talk about this because in my personal life, right? A lot of people have been asking me different things about how I feel about Venezuela, how I feel about Colombia, and how I feel about Trump and things like that. Because a lot of these people in the world, they think that just because you work somewhere, you just follow things unquestionably. And that's not what I do. So basically, I kind of wanted to clear the air on that and just say, I don't talk about politics, bro. I don't talk about politics because honestly, I do my job and I don't do the wrong thing like some of these people. And it's honestly a gray area to where some people believe this and some people believe this. And that's the beautiful thing about America is we can believe what we want and we can choose to live how we want to live. But there's a difference between things that are factual and things that are misinformation. So people got to learn to like differentiate that because quite frankly, if you don't, you'll just sound like an idiot who's reading off of AI or an idiot who reads Facebook when in actuality you need to just go to the source of things and find out what's true and you got to kind of think for yourself. So granted, that's why I stay out of politics. That's why I stay out of politics and I won't really touch on it basically on this channel because that's not what I do and I'm not a political commentator. Yes, as an individual I have my own opinions and beliefs, but sometimes I don't feel the need to share them because I'm of the belief that basically how the older heads talk about it. I don't talk about religion or politics or anything because it just leads to discord and it's not constructive, bro. It's not constructive. And in my private life, I will talk to people about this stuff, but publicly, I don't really support things one way or the other. And y'all can say what you want about that, but that's just who I am because I don't really be deriding either side. Wrong is wrong and right is right in my opinion. So there's a gray area at times, but I don't feel the need to always talk about it. Like, because even this thing with like Venezuela, right? I don't know anything about the Venezuelan government like that. I mean, granted, I researched it and everything because that's my job for Intel, and I did my due diligence to form an opinion, but I'm not going to be the one talking about, oh, this is a dictator, he shouldn't do this, he shouldn't do that, because at the end of the day, I swore an oath to defend the Constitution, listen to the officer appointed over me and the president, right? So my opinion is relatively like irrelevant. It's relatively irrelevant because I still have to follow orders unless they're unethical. So it doesn't matter. What I think personally is what I think personally, and I'm not going to share that with you guys because it's stupid, quite frankly. And it's like I don't want to put something on like a target on my back to say, oh, he thinks this because people misconstrue what I said. So I won't really ever talk about politics. If you guys kind of notice, I'm neutral but more left leaning. So I don't necessarily agree, but I also see the reason why. So it's like it's a double edged sword for me. But on this channel, I will not talk about politics. I will not talk about Trump. And, I have in the past, but it's like, bro, I was wrong about some things. I was right about some things. And now I just decided, you know what, 28 years of age, politically, I'll just keep my opinions to myself. And, there's nothing wrong with that. And, y'all can call me a shill. Y'all can call me whatever y'all want to call me. But, at the end of the day, it's my channel, my opinion. You don't have to watch. I'm not fucking forcing you to. But, you know, when you represent things that are bigger than yourself, you got to kind of be non-biased and you got to support all people, regardless of race, regardless of anything like that, opinion. And I just try to be a beacon of justice, as corny as that sounds, for everybody that I encounter, because I'm always going to treat people with dignity, respect, and all that stuff, regardless. But, you know, that's just me personally. And I'm just going to stick more to talking about social commentary on different things not related to politics or my job, because I will become a pessimist, bro, because I hear all this stuff in the military, and it's annoying to be surrounded by all of this and then talking about all of this and just obsessing over it like it's my entire life, when that's not the case. But anyway, I wanted to talk about that. Hopefully you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be making a lot of content because I have a lot of time, because now I'm an overnight worker and I'm working with security forces and things of that nature until my intel classes start. So I'm gonna give you guys a lot of cool rants and just talking about things, because I'm gonna be researching. I'm gonna be in the lab for real. But anyway, hopefully you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out.